Hello, geometry students. This is a video of example 4 for geometry topic 3, lesson 1. What reflection rule maps triangle KLM to its image? Now they don't show the image right now, but the reflection rule is finding the line of reflection. So we need to find the line of reflection that goes right about here. Okay, so here's triangle KLM and its image. And here are the coordinates. That's the first thing you want to do is write the coordinates. In fact, you don't even need the diagram once you have the coordinates if you are asked to find the reflection rule. I'll explain that later. Step 2, after we find the points, the coordinates, we're going to find the midpoint. If you recall, the line of reflection goes through the midpoints, so we need to find two of the midpoints. They chose K and M. They found the midpoint of K to K prime was at 1, 1, and the midpoint between M and M prime was at negative 2, 2. They showed the work here. To find the midpoints, you would add the x coordinates and divide by 2, add the y coordinates and divide by 2, and that's what they did here to get 1, 1. And over here, the M, they added the x coordinates and divided by 2, added the y coordinates, divided by 2. Once you get 2 points, and remember these are 2 points that are on the line of reflection, and since we need to find the equation for the line of reflection, that's what we need to do next. We have 2 points, so we're going to find the slope between those 2 points. 1 minus negative 2 over 1 minus negative 2. Now it's kind of weird because they have the same coordinates, but remember it's y minus y over x minus x. They found the slope was 1. We need to find y equals mx plus b. There's a couple of ways of doing that. One way is to use the point slope form, if you recall that from algebra. We plug in this is a slope, that it goes right here, and then we pick a coordinate xy. They chose this one here. To make it really confusing, they chose this one here because everything's a 1. They plugged in a 1 and a 1. And then they simplified it by distributing the 1 and then adding 1 to both sides. You end up with y equals x. Now they didn't show much work there, but those are the steps that you do. You should have learned that in algebra. Y equals x. That's the equation of the line of reflection. Y equals x. And to write that rule, we would write it like this. And if you want to go for the full statement, transformation statement, you would write capital R, y equals x, because that's a line of reflection of KLM equals triangle K prime, L prime, M prime. Okay? So we're going to find the 2 midpoints, and we're going to find the equation of the line that goes through that. So very similar to some stuff we had previously. Here are 2 problems that they want us to try. They give you the points for the pre-image and the coordinates for the image. Same thing with problem B. They want you to find the reflection rule. So that means find the equation of the line of the equation of the reflection line. Click pause, give it a shot. Come on back when you're ready. I'm going to try to do my work out here. Not crazy about finding the midpoints here because the average of 3 and negative 8 is negative 2.5. 3 plus negative 8 is negative 5. Negative 5 divided by 2 is negative 2.5. I'd rather use integers, but I got to do what I got to do. 8 plus negative 3 is positive 5. Positive 5 divided by 2 is also 2.5. This time positive. That's going to come out with, I don't like the integers, so, oh, good, E. The midpoint between E and E prime is going to be an integer, so I'm going to use E. 4 plus negative 6 is negative 2. Negative 2 cut in half is negative 1. 6 plus negative 4 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is positive 1. So there's the points. There's 2 points on the line of reflection. Now we just have to come up with the equation for that. Y equals mx plus b. So we need the slope. Slope. I'm going to go the first y value minus the second y value. Probably should have put parentheses around that. Oh boy. If I put parentheses around it, then I can put it as a fraction. So that's why I said I should put parentheses around it. Oh, I don't like how that happened. Carrying on, I need to subtract the x values. Now I started with this one here, right? So that means I need to start here. 2.5 minus, wow, I'm making mistakes all over the place. Negative 2.5 minus negative 1. Now minus negative 1 is the same thing as plus 1. Okay. 2.5 minus 1 is 1.5. Negative 2.5 plus 1 is negative 1.5. 1.5 divided by negative 1.5 is negative 1. So the slope's negative 1. Now I need to find the y-intercept. So I could use, like they did, the slope-intercept point slope form. I'm going to do that. Y minus, I'm going to use this point right here. Whoops, I don't know if I can highlight just that. I'm going to highlight, there we go. I'm going to use that point right there, because that's on the line of reflection, right? That's what we're trying to find, the equation of the line of reflection. Y minus the y value equals slope times x minus the x value, but the x value was negative 1, so it's really like x plus 1. And now I want to combine, like I need to distribute the negative 1 and then add 1 to both sides. It ends up simplifying. Pardon me for not showing my work totally, but it ends up being y equals negative 1x, or y equals negative x. So that's going to be the reflection rule. The way to write it is like this. You should write it as, the reflection rule is capital R, and then in subscript, y equals negative x. That was the line of reflection. So again, we found 2 midpoints. We found 2 midpoints between the two, the pre-image and the image. And then we use those 2 points to find the equation of the line. If you want to, click pause again and try this one, and then come back when you're ready. It's going to be the same process. We have the 7, 6 paired up with the negative 5, 6. Oh, it's going to go off the screen every time. I apologize. Between 7, 6 and negative 5, 6 is 1. The average between 6 and 6 is 6. I say average, it's another way of thinking about adding them together and dividing by 2. If you want, I'll go back to adding together and dividing by 2. 0, I'm looking at g and g prime. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Now I have 2 points that are on the reflection line. I just need to find the equation for that. We start with slope. For slope, I'm going to subtract the y values. 6 minus negative 4. 6 minus negative 4 is like 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4. And then 1 minus 1. Oh, 1 minus 1 is 0. This is a special case, so we can save some time here because it's a special case. The slope, hopefully you remember the slope when it's divided by 0 is undefined. and that is a special equation. Again, we're supposed to try to find the equation of the line of symmetry, and we just found the equation has an undefined slope. Undefined slope, if you recall, goes straight up and down, and the equations for that is x equal a number. And let's notice, oh, the midpoints, it went through 1, 6, and 1, -4. So the equation of the axis of symmetry, the equation for the reflection line is x equal 1. I don't know why I wrote 0. X equal 1. Yeah. So there's a special case. So I'm glad we had a special case one to do together. Okay. Otherwise, we would have found the slope, and then we would have created y equals mx plus b, and that would have been the answer right down here. It would have been the equation. But the equation we had for the reflection was x equal 1. Okay, and that's it for that. So let's see what the homework problems are. You can now do problems 15 and 34 and 25 through 28. That's it for this video. Have a great day.